So go ahead and start on your back for me. And I'm going to invite you to bring your soles of your feet together and knock your knees out wide. So soles of the feet together and knocking those knees out wide. And if you want to utilize your blocks here and put those blocks underneath your hips, or your thighs, you're more than welcome to. So that, yes, yes, yes. Mm-hmm. Marty, do you want my block?
Back there. I'll take one. Oh, I'm sorry. You, Amber.
Yes, yes, yes.
Yeah, there's two Marty. Oh, thanks.
Mm-hmm.
Marty Huey. On this guy. Oh, that doesn't help at all. No.
So once you're down there, once you've found your space where you want to be, go ahead and just take a few deep rounds of breath. Maybe even sighing out the mouth. And just become aware of your surrounding environment. This morning, there's that really beautiful breeze, that cool breeze. The cicadas. You might even hear the cars in the distance. The wind as it moves the trees, leaves, and limbs. And just notice how your body is responding. Notice how your body is responding to the surrounding environment. Noticing if the shoulders are relaxed or the hips are relaxed. Noticing what it feels like to be supported by the ground this morning. Really taking just the next few moments to settle into yourself, to your space on the mat, to the space around you. Maybe you hear some of the bees passing by as they're starting their day. And then slowly, gently, just reach your arms up and overhead and take a few moments to straighten out the legs and give yourself that wonderful, beautiful, good morning stretch. And just rest your arms down wherever they landed overhead and just begin to circle both your feet, both your ankles, nice and slowly. So even though the arms are relaxed overhead, the legs are a little bit active and we're circling those ankles one direction. And then we'll reverse it the other direction, the other way. Beautiful. And then go ahead and just hug both knees into your chest. Hugging both knees into your chest and maybe rocking side to side here. If you want to grab your feet or your arm, your ankles, or maybe behind the knees for happy baby, you're more than welcome to find your happy baby. As you rock side to side, this action of drawing the knees open towards the armpits and almost rocking and massaging that pelvic bowl on the ground. Nice. Give yourself one more round of breath here. And then go ahead and sit on up however you wish to get there. So go ahead and bring your feet in front of you here, your knees bent. And hug your knees with your hands as you pull your chest forward, taking a full breath in. Think of pulling the chest forward, sticking your tailbone out so you're finding that spinal extension. And then exhale, push sort of your legs away, rounding your spine, tucking the chin in, and pushing your spine backwards. Inhaling into extension, pulling the chest forward, pulling the knees to you. Exhale into flexion, pushing it away. Feel free to close your eyes and give yourself just a few more with your breath. Inhaling, pulling. Exhaling, pushing. One more big breath in. Oh, the breeze is fabulous. Wow. Exhale. Beautiful. And then go ahead and straighten those legs. Pull yourself forward. And fold forward in a manner that suits your body this morning. If you want to fully round, if you want to hinge, if you want to go as deep as possible, if you want to keep a bend in the knees, activeness in the legs, or take moments in each spot, do so. But think of tapping into this nice, big and long inhales and exhales here. Maybe this position shows you that you need to do your toenails. I'm like right in the middle. It's like, okay, I can't. But then I'm like, oh. And then beautiful, sit on up. Bend the knees once more. So you can keep your hands here, just lean back, pull the chest. Hands can come under or over the knees, whatever's going to support you. And we just want to play. Think of lifting the chest. We're going to lift one leg up as you lean back. Beautiful. Maybe you get light on a hand or an arm. Beautiful. Maybe you get light on your other foot and just the toes are down. Drop that puppy down. Switch your arms. Let's switch the leg as well. So think of the reach of this arm as helping the chest stay relatively lifted here. Yes, use that hand. And then drop it down. Both hands can be here or here. What happens when we lift them both? Maybe we reach with one arm. Bring it in. Maybe we reach with the other arm. Yes. And cross the legs and you can fold forward once more. Going where you want to go with it. And you can allow that chin to round or the neck to round, the chin to tuck in, the hips to really go backward. And pay mind what leg is in front of the other. Okay, just pay mind to that. We're not going to change it just yet. In your fold, walk your hands forward actively, even on blocks. Like you can even put your hands on blocks if the floor is far away. And then just walk your hands over to the left. Please. Yes. And I can guide my words that way too. I've gotten pretty decent at it. And think of breathing some space, some air into that right side or left side rib cage. Give yourself one more round of breath. Send the hip down as we breathe into the rib. Beautiful. And then go ahead and walk it over through midline and over to the other side. Yes. Yep, perfect. And you can do that modification, bring your hands to your body if it suits you better than the hands on the ground or on block. And then walk it in through midline. Come on up. One more time, let's bring those legs out in front of us. So you can think of here just supporting yourself. I mess around with the hand placement here because sometimes like on the top of the knees, it feels better. Sometimes on the bottom, it feels better. So just play around with it. But start with this little tilt back. Maybe you lift your heels and then go ahead and lift those feet. Beautiful. And you can always keep one down. Always. If you're ready and you wish, reach an arm. If you're ready and you wish, Maybe we reach 2. The shake is normal for some of us. I get shake immediately. But some people, this is like, they can be here all day long. I see you. Take a big breath, reach. And then bring those feet down and extend those legs nice and wide. Find that beautiful hinge, and you can take yourself forward. Next week, Chantal should teach the class, and we'll stay in that position for like a minute.
Thank you.
Uh, in this position, feel free to keep the knees softly bent if that supports your legs and your hamstrings the most. If you want to and wish to lock them out, you're more than welcome to. And then we're gonna reach with our left arm. We're gonna reach over towards our right leg. So we don't necessarily have to touch it. I just want you to reach, lean to that side, that right side, as we open up the chest a little bit. And you can, yeah, use your hand on the leg to open it up. Maybe we're active with our legs as we press our feet down into the earth. Take a big breath. Maybe we look up towards this awesome tree with beauty, and then exhale, drop it down. We rotate it around, open it up, other side. And press those heels into the ground. Let them support your legs, activating the knees. Taking a big breath. And let's do this one more time each side. So allow yourself to close off in the torso. Roll and rotate over to that one side as we open it up. Good. One more time as we drop. Shift and open. Beautiful. Let it go. Holding through midline, and then just press yourself up. We're going to make our way into tabletop. So however you wish to get there, rolling over. Spreading those fingers nice and wide. Knees are supporting your hips. And I just want us to start, think of like a macaroni, like a little baby macaroni. They're like shaped like a C kind of. We're gonna create that with our like torso and our head and our tail. So I want you to just look over towards that left shoulder as you sort of scrunch that left side of your body looking towards your hip. And maybe seeing if you can see the foot behind you. And then we're gonna scrunch over to the other side. So we're finding and actually bringing lateral flexion into our body as we're scrunching over, trying to see that right foot. And side. To side, other direction. Beautiful. Let's go one more each way. Get the neck involved if it feels all right, looking at that foot. Other side. Good. And then find your cow or your spinal extension. Here we are. We're going to create a big circle. So we're here in extension. Find the little macaroni crunch to one side. Find your cat posture, your flexion. And then macaroni crunch over to the other side. Extend. Cow. Macaroni crunch. Flexion. Macaroni crunch other side. Nice. And keep going. So now you're creating this big spiral motion with the body. The neck is involved, hips, the shoulders. Spread those fingers, grip the fingers into the earth. Don't let them just hang out. We want to keep them active. Yes, yes. Get the hips, the pelvis to turn and then pause. Let's reverse it the other way. So literally just pausing and then start circling the other direction. And notice if it's a challenge at first, if the brain needs a second to catch up. Nice. Give yourself one more. And then find your child's position or hips to heels or even downward facing dog. This hips high, legs extended. So each of us might need something completely different, and just know that. They both serve us in their own way. So just literally taking what we need. And it's like this, the first time we're able to get into our child's pose or our downward facing dog in a day or in the practice always feels like, oh my gosh, yeah. You know, so take exactly what you need in this position. Take exactly what you need and what you like, whether it's movement or stillness, a rock or a gentle sway side to side. Yes, yes. Beautiful. Just stay here just for another few more rounds of breath. And then beautiful, my friends, drop your knees and everyone make your way into that child's position. But I want active arms here as we look forward with our eyes as well. So send the hands open. So we're going to round our spine forward. We're just going to do 3 of these as we drop the hips down. We played with this a little last week. We drop the hips down, squeeze our booty cheeks. So press the feet into the earth, squeeze the booty cheeks. Our chest is up and forward. So we've shifted our weight forward. Yes. Press down and away. Feel your shoulders depress. Take a breath. Exhale. Shift it back, rounding and rolling it back. Nice active arms. Beautiful. Let's do 2 more. We roll our spine forward, piece by piece by piece by piece, and then allow the hips to drop. Squeeze the glutes. Chest can pop up. Chin drops in and we send it back. Like a beautiful wave in the wind. We have 1 more. Drop those hips, squeeze and lift. Beautiful. And we send it back. Now, as we come forward through tabletop, the next time we're going to bring our right foot up and towards our hand. So we're going to shift. We're going to bring the foot up, and you can even help your hand, use your hand to help it up if you need to help it up. Yes. Beautiful. You can use blocks under your hands. Blocks under your hands can be very powerful tool. Okay. From here, the same leg, that side, that arm is going to reach forward. It's going to lift up. Follow it with your eyes if you wish. As you reach it all the way back behind you, rotate that thumb down so the thumb faces the earth. And then pick it up. Follow it with the eyes and bring it all the way down. 2 more. Reach. Feel the arm rotate in the socket. As you rotate it in and back behind you, thumb points down. All the way up. And bring it back down. Beautiful. 1 more. Hug those hips together strongly now. They're supporting you. Up, back, and down. Beautiful. Hand comes down however you wish to get it there. Shift it back. You're in your child's position once more. Beautiful. Just for a moment, right? Then other side. So as we round, we shift ourselves forward. Bring that foot with you, that other foot, minus the left. Beautiful. Amazing. Hug the hips together. Like you're trying to like close the scissors. You're trying to hug them together. Reach the same side. The same legs, arm up. All the way open, back behind so those thumbs point down. And then cartwheel it all the way around, circle it all the way around and down. Yes. 2 more. Use your eyes if you wish. Follow the hand, hugging those hips in, up, around, and down. Beautiful. Give me 1 more. Up. Up, and bring it all the way back and down. Hand to the earth. Slide it back. You're in your child's. So we add on here. So take a moment before we add on. Big breath in, big breath out. So look forward. Shift through midline. Bring the right foot to the outside of the hand. Use your blocks if you need. Now we're going to reach up, open, just like we did before, back behind. The add-on is if you want to bend your back knee, try to touch your foot. And then release it and bring it back down. Yes. So we have 2 more. Don't worry, you get a chance. So reach. Hug the hips together. Reach back behind. Bend this back knee a lot, like you're squeezing your heel to your butt. Maybe you can touch the foot or the ankle. Not necessary. Just a suggestion. And then bring it all the way back and down. Yes. 1 more. Hug the hips in strong. They will support you here. Maybe you bend the knee, get the hamstring to work to fire, find it, and then bring it all the way back and down. Yes, slide it back, child's. It's just a hip thing. It's just a knee thing. Just a hip, just a knee thing. Then bring yourself forward. We have the other side. Slide that foot forward. And you can even be like on the highest level of your block too, if you want to use them. Yes. Reach with the arm. Up. Around. As you do so, hug those hips. Yes, bend the knee. Maybe you can touch or tap or fingers get close. Then release and bring it down. Hamstring cramp. Yes. Hamstring cramps do happen here while activating the hamstrings. I love cramps, by the way. They tell us a lot.
I hate them.
They tell us a lot. I know, we don't like them. We don't like them, but they tell us a lot. Yes, you're right, legs forward. Beautiful. Sweep it up. It's okay. We'll do it again. Reach back, bend. Yes, maybe we touch. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. Bring it down. Yeah. Even if we don't touch the foot, try to bend the knee one more time. Up and around. Squeeze. Up. Woo. Yes. Yes. Yes, yes, yes. Shift it back. Child, take it with you. Beautiful. Staying in this position for just a moment longer. Just a moment longer. And then press into your hands, tuck the toes. We're gonna move from a downward facing, so hips high just for a moment, to walking the hands back to the feet in a forward fold. So the knees can be as soft as they need to be. You can grab opposite elbows or your legs or big toes. You can sway side to side or front to back. And then take it slow, engage your legs, press down and out as you roll up piece by piece. It'll start in the hips, but then we roll up with the spine piece by piece by piece. Nice. And squeeze those glutes. Open up through the hips. So like squeeze, press down, and almost like you're trying to externally rotate those femurs, those hips, but your feet are glued into place. So we feel all of this stuff turn on and activate. So I'm pressing and almost like isometrically whoop, rotating out. Keep that as we reach the arms up. Growing tall, maybe feel free, clasp your hands together as we reach up, 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 up. Keep the activeness of those hips. Allow the chest to lift if it feels right. And then soften the legs, release the arms, and fold forward once again. Big breath in and out.
And then slowly again, press down and out with the legs as we roll it on up.
Nice. Again, press down, corkscrew those legs into the earth and engage those hips, glutes, engage it all. We lift it up. This time, whether the hands are clasped together or not, keep that glute stuff engaged and lean the chest stuff, the thoracic spine over to one side. Bring it up and over to the other side, keeping those glutes nice and engaged. All the way up through. Soften and then let it go as you fold it forward. A full inhalation and exhalation. And then roll it on up. Big reach up one more time, glutes squeezing. And this time, give yourself a big old bear hug. So a big old bear hug, and we want to find our shoulder blades, our scapula. Keep the knees soft, but the glutes squeezing. Take a breath in. And as we exhale, allow the chin to come to the chest and allow yourself to round the upper portion of the spine forward. Like we're trying to bring our elbows or our ribs to touch the hips. Don't send the hips back. Just think of this thoracic spine, this upper back is rounding. Go ahead and rotate the center of your chest over towards your left hip. Side bend to the left. And then start to pull your chest up and open. Up and open, up and open. Like there's an ice cream scooper going from the tailbone up to your neck. As you slide over to the left. Center of the chest rotates down towards that right hip. As you fold and rotate in towards center and stack back up piece by piece. As you're up at the top, reach those arms up and open. Squeeze those glutes. And then cross the arms the other way. Give yourself a big old hug. Inhaling and exhaling. Flex it back down. You can also think of like a wilted flower or a candy cane where just the top is rounded. Rotate to the right hip, the center of the chest, so the hips stay facing forward. Shoulder to hip as we lean over to that right side. And then we start to spiral the chest open and up towards the sky. As we lean back, we squeeze our glutes and we're getting that extension in the thoracic spine. As we slide to the left, rotate center of the chest down through center and towards midline and stack back up nice and slowly. Open up those arms. Beautiful. Feet under you. Feel free, lean back, allow those hips to go forward, right? Allow it. Take what you wish. And then let's drop our booties back and down. Hands to heart center. Chest up. Nice. So press those hands together. I promise it's just one chair, but it's just a long one. So send the booty back and down a little bit more. Maybe you want to lift all 10 toes and spread them wide. Beautiful. Drop them back down. Maybe you want to shift into the toes. What happens if you hover your heels? Drop them back down. Drop a little lower. Lift all 10 toes. Yes. Drop. Chest up, press your hands together. Shift forward, lift your heels ever so slightly. Drop. Can we go a little bit lower? Good. Chest up. Lift all 10 toes, spread. Drop. Lift the heels. Chest up, drop. Big breath. Lower, lower, and make your all the way down to tabletop. Woo! Give yourself maybe a few rounds of cow and cat flexion and extension. Or maybe you're like, oh, I want, yes, child's pose, right? Child's pose. Maybe you want upward facing, downward facing. Take what you need. Taking what you need. Yes. Beautiful. Awesome. And then, my friends, go ahead and take a seat. Take a seat. Take a seat. Legs once more can be bent. Put a block, since we all have one, in between. Nice. And it can be any way that like fits and feels good. So you're gonna make your way down to your back. So maybe you want to scoot yourself forward. So as you're rolling down, your head lands on your mat. So we want to start off rounded in our spine. Now you can use your hands as much as you wish or not at all. It's totally up to you. We're going to come down vertebrae by vertebrae. We're going to ask a lot of our abs along the way to do this because we want to go slow. So as you're rounding your spine, squeeze your block and start to lower yourself backwards. Squeezing the block piece by piece. You'll get to a point where like, woo, I start to feel my abs. Yes, your inner groin, your inner thigh. Piece by piece. Nice and slow. Use your hands if you need to or not at all. Notice if you don't use them, it loads your spine a little bit more. Piece by piece. Even when you get to the upper portions of your spine, go slow. Go slow. Go slowly. Eventually making your way fully down. And feeling free to extend the legs. Resting there. Palms open towards the sky. Legs heavy. If you need any other position or pose, you're more than welcome to find it now. If you landed in such a way that it's hard to move from the position you landed in, then just stay right where you are. I liken this feeling to when you are trying to shake or just, like shake out a blanket to like let it land perfectly, fully covering your bed or the surface you're trying to put it on. And like you shake it out a few times and it just ends up crinkled in a few places. But then it's like one time the air catches it perfectly and lands everything down the way it's supposed to. Zero crinkles, fully expanded, covering and taking up the entire surface that it's supposed to. So when you find that you've landed in such a way, you don't necessarily want to move or adjust it because it's kind of perfect. So if you haven't already, try to land. Try to land. You just come back into allowing yourself to be enveloped by the ground, the environment, and sounds around you, the air touching the skin. And when you feel like you want to add those little bits of movement or deeper breath in, you can start to do so. But maybe you just move one thing at a time and then you just pause for a moment. And then you might move another limb or a set of limbs and wiggle around for a moment and then pause there for another moment. And then eventually moving more, eventually. And then eventually making your way up to a seated position. Eyes can be soft or even closed. Just take this final moment here, seated in stillness. And not necessarily in the silence, but almost that silent stillness within as we are just aware of our surroundings. Take a full inhale through the nose, filling up the belly, mid cavity, and the upper chest. And exhale, just let it go. Beautiful. Thank you so much, my friends. Mm. Thank you so much. It's really perfect.
You and the drink and the outdoors.
Yeah. Yeah.